This rain is just unbelievable. So we are going to be our own sunshine today.
Hey.
Yeah, we might as well, right? So today's theme is still mindful self-compassion with a focus on common humanity, which is the second pillar of mindful self-compassion, the first being mindfulness. And I like community because it really focuses on that sweet, sweet fact that one of the things that binds us the most is our fact that we share the experience of pain. I know that doesn't seem like a happy thing, but pain turns into suffering when we're isolated, when we feel like we're the only ones, whether that's emotional pain or physical pain or relational pain. And when we can remember that we all have this experience, this very human experience of being conscious of our pain, and we come out of isolation, gosh, it takes some of the sting off of it, I think. And to notice and be aware that we're not alone in that experience. So in our practice today on the mat, we'll just remember that even in things like a yoga practice, we have a common experience that we're all going to feel some stretchy bits today. We're all going to feel some spots that don't quite want to go. And we're all going to maybe find a posture that's not right for us and make a modification. So just knowing that sitting still or being quiet is difficult for all of us. Waking up and getting on the mat was hard for all of us. It takes a little bit of the sting out of it. So step 2, common humanity. So go ahead and make any little movements you need to make, adjust your clothing. For me, I have to cover my dog or he's gonna whine at us the whole time. Come on, buddy. There we go. Should have gotten that done. But any little movements that you need to make, go ahead and make them. And then closing your eyes or taking a soft gaze, getting your spine nice and tall, pressing into your sits bones. Pressing your head towards the ceiling, and that reminds you to tuck your chin a little bit and maybe draw your head back over your shoulders. And then pick a spot for your hands. If you're still getting used to holding yourself upright this way, then give yourself a little bit of help with your hands on your knees. If you're comfortable with your posture, maybe bringing your hands to your heart or holding your hands together in your lap. And I'm going to read a little poem by Dana. We can never be strangers. Everything, every little thing is unique at its surface and indistinguishable at its core. I want to remember today the oneness, unifying our differences, and the truth that we can never really be strangers, even if we never laid eyes on each other before. Common humanity. And so taking one more moment to set an intention for your practice this morning. Doing just a gentle little body scan. Noticing maybe for the first time where you're holding a little tension. And notice your breath. Feel the air come in as you inhale. And feel it exit your body as you exhale. 3 times quietly. And with this exhale, go ahead and blink your eyes open. And bring your hands out to the sides. And just gently and quickly, we're going to move our heads a little bit. So looking over the right shoulder, looking over the left shoulder. Maybe walking your hands just a little bit out further. Oh boy, that changed things. And just turning and looking over, noticing resistance. And then the next time you're looking over your right shoulder, just hold it there for one breath. Big inhale. And as you exhale, just gently bring the nose down towards the underarm. And then gentle look up, just to where the ceiling and the wall meet. And look down. And look up. And look down. And look just to head level, keeping the chin level, good. And then over to the left side. Take a big deep breath in. And as you exhale, nose down and up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And inhale up. Just to the level of your eyeballs. Great job. Come back to center. And let's go ahead and crisscross your legs the other way. If they were crossed, if they're out straight, keep them as they are. And just let the ear drop over to the right shoulder and walk those fingers out a little further if you can. And then lift up and over to the other side. We're all feeling some stretch here in the shoulders, in the arms, and just go side to side a couple of times at your pace. And maybe notice how far you feel that stretch into the upper arm, into the upper back, wherever it is for you. And then the next time that your right ear is at your right shoulder, we're just going to go ahead and roll to the front, all the way over to the left side, and then go back to the front over to the right side. My suggestion is to never take this head roll to the back. It's your body and your practice, and you may do whatever feels right for you. My suggestion is to keep it to the front. Our little cervical spine is just not strong enough to manage the weight of our head. The next time your chin is at your chest, stop, close your eyes, walk your fingers out towards the edges of your mat, and just notice where you feel that stretch. Take a big deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly lift that up. Great, beautiful, beautiful. Let's straighten the legs out. That's going to feel really nice. Give yourself some support in the back, and let's just point the toes and pull them back. Point the toes and pull them back. One more time. Point and pull. Now separate the feet just a little bit so you can make circles with your ankles. And the other way. And then just wiggle the toes. And then take a big deep inhale. Pull shoulder blades back towards spine. And as you exhale, pull your belly button towards your spine and use your hands to walk yourself up so that you're in this nice, it's called staff pose, but it's just this beautiful L shape with the body. Great. Pull your toes back, feeling the stretch wherever you feel it. For me, it's in the back of the legs. Smile. Inhale the arms up. Bring the palms together and just exhale, hands through center, right to your heart. 2 more times with that, just enjoying this big breath, developing strength through the hips and hip flexors, and letting those hamstrings warm up. Big inhale. Exhale through center, and then start to hinge at the hips just a little bit and reach out. Now you're not going to maybe go very far. Bend the knees a lot if you need to. That's totally fine. Starting to feel some stretch in the low back. Gosh, that feels good. So if you bend your knees like I did a little bit, the first order of business is going to be to just let those legs come back down a little bit. And then see if you can pull those toes back again. Great. We're just going to hang out here for a while. This takes some time. Go ahead and start to pull the shoulders away from the earlobes, tucking your chin and pressing the top of your head towards your toes. Big inhale. And then as you exhale, see if you can drop yourself just a centimeter or two towards your thighs. Knees might come up again a little bit. That's totally fine. Don't worry about it. We're taking the gentle path here, honoring our common humanity, honoring this experience of stretching right out of bed. Goodness. One or two more breaths here, pulling those shoulders away from the ears, inviting the torso to come closer and closer to the thighs. One more big deep breath together. Inhale. Draw those shoulders away, press the top of the head towards the toes. Exhale, pull the body down just a smidge if it's available to you today. Okay. Hands reach out towards ankles, and as you come up, bend your knees towards the outside on each side and pull the feet together, soles together. Whew. Go ahead and adjust yourself, find those sits bones. Nice and tall, roll the shoulders up, back, and down a couple of times. That's just going to kind of make you move a little bit, maybe. Great. All right. Your knees might be up here. They might be all the way flat on the mat. All of those options are terrific. When I forward fold in this shape, which is called butterfly, I use my elbows to help push my knees down a little bit. So then I move my hands to my toes. So lots of options here, whatever works for you. Start coming forward. And the same thing we're going to do with the head. We're going to tuck that chin a little bit. Make the spine nice and long. We're not letting the head hang. We're keeping it nice and straight atop the spine. Good. Pull the shoulders back away from the ears and then start to pull yourself forward, maybe using those elbows to push the knees down a little bit. Good. Take a breath here, nice and long, feeling that stretch in the inner thigh. Where else are you feeling it? Another breath. Maybe you come down a little bit further. And now here's a little thing that you can do to get a little bit more push down on those knees. If you like, this is just an option. Bringing your hands back towards the middle of your feet and your thumbs into the arches of your feet. You can sort of pull the top edge of your feet apart, leaving the bottom edge of your feet together. And that just sort of pushes the knees down a little bit. Yo. All right, hang on. Breathe through it or don't do it. Totally fine. Those are great options. Inhale. Last breath here. Exhale, maybe a little bit more forward. And then gently rise up. Excellent. All right. Holding on to your right leg, we're going to extend the left one and then bring that right foot, just tuck it right in to in between your thighs, okay? Perfect. Right now, we're square right through the center, right onto our hips, right over our right foot. Arms out to the side. I know it's a little tough. If you've got a hitch in this left hip, go ahead and roll it around, maybe bend the knee a bit and find that spot where it kind of unhitches. Arms out to the side, big smile, looking up, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale through center and forward fold right over that right foot. Here's what I want you to do. Make sure that you're still staying over those sits bones. That left sits bone might not be exactly on the mat, but no worries. Just kind of come forward a little bit. Really super stretching. Whew, for me, this left hamstring. Golly gosh almighty. Whew. All right. Make adjustments as you need to. Bend the knee, whatever you need to do, but take one more breath here. Okay, now what we're going to do is take this left hand and reach out for that left ankle. And then we're going to turn the right shoulder up and make a nice flat surface here. Bring that left arm out, inhale it up and over, exhale it right over your right ear, reaching for that left foot, pressing that right knee down. Great job. Take a breath here. Big inhale. Reach, reach, reach. Feel the rib cage open. Exhale. Beautiful job. One more time. Big inhale. Right into the ribs. And then as you exhale, turn your heart towards your left knee and reach that right hand towards the left ankle. Good. Now try to pull that right shoulder down a little bit. Ooh, big stretches in the low back. Tuck the chin. Look down at your left knee. Great job. Make any adjustments you need to, my friends. This is your practice. Your body knows what's right. Follow your intuition. Good job. Take a breath. Tuck the chin. Pull the shoulders back. On your exhale, if you can pull yourself down a little bit, great. If not, stay where you are. Honor your body's limits today. And then gently exhale and come on up. Ooh, nicely done. All right, we're going to invite that left foot to come back in and join the right back into our butterfly. Big inhale, pull those shoulder blades back and down. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Just notice any difference from leg to leg. Good. One more breath. And with your exhale, gently rise up. And now we're going to take this right leg out. The left is going to tuck in. Whew, great job. Staying nice and square, finding those sits bones, doing whatever you need to, maybe even like stretching out a little bit over that right hip just to get it kind of balanced. Great job. Big inhale. Exhale through center, right over that left foot. Think about the back of that right leg. See if you can gently bring it down a little bit. And then you can also pull those right toes in a little. Shoulders are square to the floor, right over your left foot. Good job. One more breath. Now reach that right hand out to that right ankle and bring the left shoulder up. So you're feeling a stretch through this left side body. Left arm comes out. Big inhale, reach, reach up. Exhale, reach over the ear. Press that left knee down. Ooh, roll the shoulders open, looking up at the ceiling even maybe. Great job. Big inhale, reach the fingers. Exhale. Good job. One more breath here. Big inhale. As you exhale, turn your heart towards your knee. Reach that left hand out towards that right ankle. Great job. Woo! Make any adjustments with the knees, with the foot, with the hips that you need to make. Trust what's calling you. If something feels amiss, make the correct adjustment for your body today. Breathe into this shape. Big inhale. Exhale. Remember, it's okay if that left sits bone isn't exactly on the mat, but definitely shift your weight so that it's trying to get there. Good job. Beautiful. It might have changed things a bit. So make the adjustments that are appropriate for today. One more breath here. And then gently walk yourself up. Great. And then we'll take this left foot out a little bit. Invite that right foot one more time to butterfly. Feels a lot different now than it did that first time. Inhale to nice tall spine. Exhale, forward fold. And then if you want, you can try that trick with the feet again and just see where those knees are now. If they're exactly where they were, wonderful. You've done it perfectly. If they're a little bit lower, wonderful. You've done it perfectly. Great job. Nice. Take one more breath. Exhale, lift up. Great job, beautiful. And now I'm going to take both legs out. Ooh, this is my most unfavorite shape. But we're going to practice it a little bit. Okay, so if like me, this is a tough shape for you, it's much easier after all of that stretching. What we want to try to do is just like when the legs are crossed and we're developing that strength to be nice and tall, if you need a little bit of support, you can hold on here or maybe back here, but make it as light as possible, engaging the core for the strength. Good job. Okay. Whoo. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Pull those toes towards you. Hands to the heart, maybe. Yes, this is tough. This is hard. Take a breath. Exhale. One more breath. Exhale. Bring those feet in. Whoo. Straighten them out. Give yourself a little support and shake it out. Holy moly. All right, let's do something nice for ourselves and come over into tabletop. That's going to feel really good. Yes. Very nice. Oh. Okay, you're not going to believe how good cat is going to feel. So spreading the fingers nice and wide and just gripping into your fingertips, pressing down. Let's inhale to cow. Oh yeah. Press into the tops of the feet. And exhale to cat. Very nice. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. And then if you'd like, here's my suggestion. Remember, it's just an invitation. Keep moving the spine. And if it's available for you today, go ahead and close your eyes and think of that beautiful fluid in the spinal area, just bathing the entire spine, waking it up, lubricating the space between the bones. Great. This like beautiful golden fluid, sort of the consistency of honey. And this warms it up and pushes it through. Great job. And come to stillness. And we're going to do, we've done this before. We're going to sort of make circles with the hips. So coming back towards that right heel and then shifting over to the left heel and then coming up over the hands, back to the right, over to the left and up. Yeah, find what works for you. If you need to make fists with the hands, just make this nice big circle and then go ahead and shift it the other way. So going down to the left, over to the right and up and over. Great. Oh, flood warning. Just keep making those beautiful circles. Nice job. And then come back to your table. Turn both of your toes under, and after all that stretching with the back of the legs, this is going to feel so interesting. Take a big deep breath. And as you exhale, lift your hips up to downward facing dog and drop the heels. Shake your head out, yes and no, or circles, whatever you feel like. And then once you're done with that, come back to your shape and make that downward dog yours. Straightening the legs, pressing the heart towards the thighs, letting the head hang nice and neutral. For years, I didn't realize that I was pressing my head towards my thighs. It took a correction. Someone gently saying, you don't have to press your head to your thighs, just your heart. And I went, wait a minute, how long have I been doing that? Yes, I'm distracting you from staying in this shape. We're still here, building shoulder strength. Take a big deep breath. And come on down to your table. Flatten the feet and send your bottom back to your heels and come to child's pose. forehead on the mat. And just take a breath here to rest. If your low back is being tricky, go ahead and press your low abdominal muscles onto your thighs and notice the nice stretch that comes into the low back. And then roll your forehead side to side. Oh yeah, that got it. Be gentle, be compassionate. Great. Neutralize the head roll, just bring it to center. Relax the abdominal muscles. And take a big inhale back up to table. Turn the toes under, exhale to downward dog. Inhale back down to table. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale to table. Turn the toes under, exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to table. Exhale to child's pose. One more time, inhale to table. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to table. Exhale to child's pose. Rainbow your arms all the way around to your feet. Flip your palms up and just let your shoulders drip off towards the sides of the mat. And then gently bring the hands back under the shoulders and press yourself up. And walk your hands along your thighs till you're up on your heels. Very nice. Great job. Come up nice and tall and make sure that you're far enough back on your mat so you've got some good space in front of you. We're going to start with the right leg and step it forward. Great. Square off your hips and just lean forward. So where I'm feeling stretch is in this right hip flexor. Feels really nice. We're not going to need blocks. We're not going to get any crazier than this. Just going to lift the arms up overhead. And then we're going to take a big inhale. And then we're going to bring our left hand to the outside of our right knee. And then sweep the right arm down and back. Just a little twist. Press into the top of that left foot. Press into the bottom of that right foot. Looking back over the right thumbs. Good job. Take one more big deep breath. And then as you exhale, sweep that right arm down. And then catch your left arm and come on back up. Great. Hands to your heart. And then just press your weight back, straightening out that right leg. And then just pull the toes up. Ooh, little balance work here. You can reach your arms out if that feels better. Put your hands on your hips. Good. And then slowly come out of it and bring that right knee back. Sit on back down. Woo. Roll the shoulders a couple times. Little balance work there. You did great. If you got wobbly, no worries. That's totally fine and normal. Come on up again. And we'll go to that left leg. Step it out nice and long. Good. Find your comfort and keep the hips square. So for me, there always is a tendency to open up towards, the center of my thighs, but square it off And then just lean forward. We want to make sure that that knee never comes forward of the toes. Good. Feeling a big stretch in the front of that right hip. Pull the belly button back to protect the low back. Great job. And then bring the arms up. Maybe coming out of that forward, bend a little bit. So come on back over the center of your gravity. Good. Big inhale, reach the hands up. Then we're going to bring that right hand to the outside of the left thigh and then sweep the left arm forward and follow it back for a little twist. Great job. Looking over that left thumb, pressing into the top of that right leg, the bottom of the left foot. Good job. Looking back. If you can, take a deep breath. Make any adjustments you need to. Inhale, bring the arm back, catch that right arm all the way up. Good. Exhale the hands down to the heart. And then just shift the weight back over that right knee. Pull the left toes up if you can. Ooh, lots of strength in that right thigh. Great job. Maybe the hands to the knee, to the hips. And then just invite that left leg back. Come on down. Oh, spicy in the thighs for me. I don't know about you, but that was some spiciness in the thigh. Whew, I kind of liked it. All right, hands back down to the mat. Walk it out. We're going to come to our downward facing dog one more time. So find your hands in the right position. For me, it's a little further front than just right under the table. Turn those toes under and come to downward facing dog. Wow, that feels really good. I feel so stretched out by our practice today. I hope you do too. I hope you're getting exactly what you need. Take a big breath. Let's hang out here for 2 more breaths. Spread those fingers wide. Press into the fingertips. Invite the heels down to the mat. Remember, they may not get there today. Maybe they got there yesterday. Don't worry about it. Such a powerful shape to practice. One more time. And let your exhale guide you back down to your table. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to come into pigeon, but real gentle like, okay? So come a little bit more forward on your mat so you've got enough space behind you to stretch your legs out. Let's start with the left toes under. Press them back and then press some weight through the left heel. Now, I was always taught a very not right thing, that in pigeon, my shin needed to be parallel at the top of my mat. That is not true. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to just spin this right foot just a little bit over towards the edge of your mat, okay? Then we're going to bring the left knee down. Then we're going to move that right leg forward and just make adjustments so we can come down a little bit. But you'll notice this right foot is tucked under my left hip bone, and that is fine, totally fine. So then you can adjust your arms. Maybe your foot's off your mat like mine is, no worries. So you can stay right up here like this. And where we're wanting to provide a little bit of attention is the right hip bone underneath your right where your hip head is. So under your buttocks. So just kind of let that fall towards the mat a little bit. Make any adjustments you need to. Now, if from here you can pull your belly button towards your spine and come down onto your forearms, a little bit more of a stretch. Good. And if it's in your practice to come fully all the way down onto the mat, this would be the time to do that. But we're not looking to make any torque feeling in the knee. What we're looking for is stretch sensation in the big joint of the hip on the right side here, and then nice stretch of the left hip flexor in the front of the left hip. So we don't need to keep yanking that right foot up towards the top of the mat. It's perfectly fine tucked right under the left hip.
So wherever you are, fully down on your forearms or in your hands, just take one more big deep breath here. Exhale it all out. And if you're down either on your forehead or your forearms, just lift your head, gently walk yourself forward. And we're going to come out of this exactly the same way we went into it. I'm going to turn those left toes under, lift up the left knee, press into the fingers, invite that right leg back down under us and pull the left leg in. Good. I'm going to walk a little bit more forward onto my mat and we'll go over to the other side. So now we'll turn those right toes under, press them all the way back, press a little bit through the heel, just warm it up. And then we're just gonna bring that left foot in a little bit. Maybe walk it forward a smidge as we bring that right knee down and walk that right leg back. And you'll see we start to settle. Now, this left hip is gonna wanna like roll forward a little bit. Just roll it back. And you can go ahead and just sort of move around with that. Remember, this is your shape. Follow your intuition. Do what feels right in your body today. So then you can invite the hands to come back, roll the shoulders back and down, tuck the chin, and just stay with this beautiful, nice, long spine. Smile at yourself, engage your core. If you're looking for a little more sensation, you can keep rolling that left hip down while keeping that right hip flexor towards the left foot. You can come down onto your forearms, see how that feels, a little Sphinx pose here. And remember, each side is going to be different. My left hip is much tighter than my right hip. So maybe you're getting to this Sphinx pose with the forearms, whereas on the other side, you came all the way down. Totally up to you and totally fine and normal. Common human experience, my friends, to have one side more flexible than the other. If you want to come all the way down, go right ahead. I think it's lovely to sort of feel my thigh under my torso. Just nice feeling here. Cozy, a little bit of a cozy feeling. Let's take 2 breaths wherever you are in this pigeon on the left. And then gently bring yourself back up. And again, we're going to come out of this the same way we went into it. We'll turn those right toes under, sort of walk the leg forward, lifting, and then bring that left foot back and find your table. Whoo, shake your tail feathers. Shake that out a little bit. Good. And then just pick a side and sort of roll over onto your bottom and keep going with that. Roll over so that you're sitting on your bottom. Find the middle part of your mat that works for you and lower yourself all the way down onto your back. Knees bent. And then let's gently bring one knee in and then the other. A little bit of core activation here. So press the spine onto the mat, tuck your chin, and then just gently lift your head and shoulders off the mat towards your knees. Great job. You've got it. Hold on to this. A little bit of shaking, pressing into the mat. Good job. If there's any tension in the neck, let it go. Press that all down into the abdominals. Great job. Hold it for one more breath. And then gently lower the head and shoulders. One knee at a time. Let the feet come down. Walk your feet out to the sides of your mat. Arms out in a T. And we're going to let both knees fall to the right. And just stay here for 2 breaths. Look over to the left. Make adjustments with those knees, however you want this to feel. Mostly stretching the front of that left hip. Great job, beautiful. Make adjustments, soften the belly, soften the shoulders. One more big deep breath, big inhale right into the front of the left hip. And then as you exhale, bring your mind's attention to your feet and just press into the sides of your feet and roll them up by pulling your belly button to your spine, spine to the mat, and then just let the legs, the knees go over to the left side. You turn your head, look right. Hello there, my darlings. Hello, friends. You can go ahead and close your eyes or whatever feels right for you today. Two big breaths right into the spot that's stretching. And then press your feet into the mat. Come on up. Press your spine into the mat. And then gently straighten out the legs if you like, or keep them bent, but bring them towards each other. Bring the arms down or up over your head if you'd like. Whatever is going to work for you today. Maybe take a last stretch. Make any other movements that your body is calling for. Yeah, this felt really good to bring my arms up over my head. Stretch through the feet and the palms, bring the arms down, or find whatever shape is going to work for you for a little baby shavasana here. And let's just breathe together in the quietness for a few moments, letting the stretching that we did integrate into the fibers of the body. Nourish yourself with big, long, strong breaths. Go ahead and wiggle your fingers and toes. We'll let that sound be our little chime. And then gently bending your knees, rolling to one side. Take your time, bring your hands together in front of you. And then stop here for a moment. I think it's important to stop here and give ourselves the practice of moving slowly. I think we move far too quickly. Certainly I do, and I need this practice. And then whenever you're ready, using your arms and your elbows, go ahead and press yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. Maybe crossing your legs or finding whatever feels right for you. If you'd like to join me in closing your eyes for a moment and maybe bringing your palms to your knees with them open, finding a long spine. And please feel free to pass on this opportunity, but considering common humanity right now feels really hard. There's a lot going on in the world that is difficult to connect to, especially I feel like if you are identify as female. Feels like the feminine is being squished or squeezed right now. So let's get big. Let's push back. If you are in a capacity and identify as female or care about the female, go ahead and pull in as much oxygen as you require. Get as big as you would like.
And then stay with that powerful feeling and connect to it. Push back. And whenever you're ready, you can blink your eyes open. And I'm going to unpin so we can greet one another before the day. Thanks for joining me, my friends.
That was wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, Heather, that was wonderful. And thank you for the words that you said at the end. That was really awesome.
Stay big. Don't get squished.
Yes, exactly.
Wishing comes before the new thing, right?
Yes.
So we're just in the birth canal. It's okay.
I was about to say we're birthing. Yes.
Yeah. I get really sad. I get really emotional when I think about it, but we're going to be okay.
Agreed.
Yeah. Stay big. All right. Love you.
Bye.
Have an awesome day, Donna.
You too. Bye, girls.
Bye-bye.